I read 124 books in 2024 and these are the only ones that I gave 5 stars. Starting off, this was actually the last book that I read in 2024, so it just made it onto this list. This was a definite 5-star read for me. I think this relationship was so sweet and so perfect. The Hunger Games, I feel like you cannot go wrong with this series. I love the movie series so much, and so I kind of went into this knowing that I would give it a high rating. Daydream by Hannah Grace. If you have been seeing bad reviews on this, I promise you this book is so perfect and so well written, and if you're an acts of service girly like me, you will eat this up. The Right Move by Liz Tomford. I feel like the only reason I gave this 5 stars was literally because of Ryan Shea, and if you have read this, you will understand. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. This was my first time reading and watching the Harry Potter series in 2024, and I feel like I will never ever get back the feeling that I felt when I first finished this book. I just think this book was perfect. It was the perfect way to sum up this series. Wild Love by Elsie Silver. This is just a cutesy little small town romance, and I honestly can't remember much about it for some reason, but I know I loved it. Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles series and such a good way to start the series. The Roots Run Deep by Chris Strong. I think this was so perfect. It's so short and kind of reminded me of A Little Life, but without all the gory stuff. The Crimson Moth by Kristen Cicerelli. I feel like absolutely no one's going to be surprised by this one. The Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This was technically a reread, but I did give it 5 stars again. And then I continued the series, so I gave Good Girl, Bad Blood 5 stars as well. None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. This is the perfect thriller recommendation, especially if you need to get out of a slump. Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. This is another great thriller recommendation. Heartless by Elsie Silver. This was the second book in the Chestnut Spring series and also my favourite out of the series. Exodus by Kate Stewart. This is the second book in the Ravenhood trilogy, and I was expecting to hate this, but I ate it up. And Heartstopper number 4 by Alice Oseman. This was technically a reread before the 5th one came out, but cannot go wrong with this cutesy little series either.